Okay, this is going to be my second video. I don't have anything to eat with me, so it's just me and my laptop, and that's pretty much it. Frida is still here. She's in the background, so I might veer off and ask her a question, or she might interject something. I don't know. We'll just see where it goes from here. Anyways, I was watching my previous video. It's like 21 minutes or something like that. A little too long, I think. So I'm going to try to make this shorter. I'll probably make these 10 to 15 minutes long. If it's more interesting, I might make them longer, but I don't want to bore or exasperate myself with talking too much or finding myself going off on topic and kind of leaving what I meant to talk about. Anyways, I also have what they call bullet notes, so as that I kind of stay on topic. Today's topic is going to be learning how to drown. And I wrote this in my blog. I have a blog page, and I like writing short stories on it. I'm trying to learn to speak slower. So I write my little blogs, and one of the blogs I wrote is titled Learning to Drown, and essentially it's just me being thrown into the deep end of my pool. I was probably 5 or 6 years old when it happened. I had a bodyguard. Well, my dad had a bodyguard. Essentially, he was... I'm going to try not to kick this table, because when I kick the table, it shakes the whole camera. I don't want to do that. So anyways, my dad had a bodyguard. His name was George Brand. Essentially, he was the housekeeper, he was the chauffeur, the person who kind of took care of Dad in a way, protected Dad, guided Dad in a sense, and befriended me. He pretty much was the man who raised me. And he had a, I don't want to say cruel or harsh way of training or teaching us something as far as lessons in life, but they weren't, I guess, strict. Yeah, Frida says strict. Yeah, I guess they were strict, but not in a harsh way. His way of teaching me how to swim was first teaching me how not to drown, or pretty much how to drown, because there's a proper way of drowning, and I didn't know that. And that was by throwing me in the deep end of our pool without warning. You just picked me up, snatched me in the air, tossed me in. And while I'm struggling to stay afloat, he instructs me to keep my arms by my side so I can drown, or so I can sink. Because the idea was to sink to the bottom of the the bottom of the pool, and as soon as I hit the surface or the bottom of the pool with my toes, I'm to push up as soon as possible. And you could keep doing that. If you don't know how to swim and you're in the bottom of the pool and you're in the pool sinking, just go to the bottom and push yourself up. You could continuously doing that without exasperating yourself. So he did that, and as I sunk, and then I hit the bottom of the pool, and then I go back up, I grab air, and I keep doing that until he instructs me to aim for the edge. So now the next time he throws me in the pool and I don't know how to swim, I know that I don't have to paddle like a dog in the pool, wasting all my energy until I end up drowning, literally. This table have to work on that. So by sinking, hitting the bottom, shooting my way up, I could do that until I reach the edge, grab the edge, and get out of the pool and save myself. Eventually I would learn how to swim, but at least I learned how to swim without the fear of drowning at that time. So George taught me that. So this video is in a sense like that. I'm throwing myself into the deep end with this video. I'm testing it out. I'm paddling. I'm trying not to paddle around, actually. I'm trying to feel my way around until I can make myself reach the edge, which I could then get out and comfortably save myself. But in the meantime, I'm just in the pool right now, sinking at the bottom, making my way back up, and going up and down until I figure out what I'm doing with this video. So essentially, it's sort of like, I guess, a band starting out in the garage. When you start out in the garage, you play loud enough that your neighbors could hear you, but you're not really performing for them. So I'm not really trying to perform for anyone here. I'm just loud enough for my neighbors or you guys to hear me, critique me, tell me what I might need to do, how to improve, or I'll learn as I go along. So I'm essentially a new band in a garage, playing with my guitar, figuring out how it works, playing with the piano, figuring out how it works, collaborating with my team or my group, and asking how they do things, how they don't do things. So I'm just starting out in the garage, I guess. Summarize, that's what I'm doing right now. So eventually I'll go on tour, then I'll go on a concert, then I'll be on a big stage and perform for a live audience. But until then, I'm comfortable with just being here in the garage. It's not literally a garage. So anyways, I'm looking at the keynotes. So let's see, I covered that. 10 minutes up yet? No? Sorry. Okay, and I guess I'm essentially taking the first step also when it comes to writing my book. Now, I do have many pages, pile of pages, of materials that I wrote or that I have going towards my book. But right now, this is kind of not the end product, but the end product before it goes to editing. This is not necessarily the cover. It's just the cover I am working with at the moment. It's titled The Gingerbread House. I know it's backwards, but so am I sometimes. Anyways, it's called The Gingerbread House on Locklina Drive. This is a painting I actually did. This is actually a painting I did a long time ago as well. This right here, oil painting. But anyways, this is a painting I did of my house, and it's The Gingerbread House on Locklina Drive, Caged Behind the Wall of Sound. I was thinking of changing the title to A Pair of Twins for Christmas, but most people seem to prefer this one. But this is a book right now. It's about 100 single space, 100, about 100 pages, I guess. Double space probably be 240 pages. But these are chapter by chapter. Let's see, this is the inserts, pictures of the map of the house that I grew up in, title page, let's see what else, wet my fingers, dedication page, which is, this book is dedicated to George C. Brown, the man who threw me in the pool, bastard. No, just kidding. But the man who threw me in the pool and the man who pretty much raised me. And also Peggy Kiskadden, I called her Mem. She's the one who taught me the cultures, how to read. She taught me a lot of things that I needed, how to be a gentleman, I suppose. So this book is dedicated to those two. And of course, Frida. It has to be dedicated to Frida. And a little disclaimer. And then it goes into, what is the next page? Don't know why I can't change this page. It goes to the table of contents. I don't know if you can see that. I don't think you need to, but that's the table of contents, and it's all 16 chapters. And that's what I've been working on, and right now it's 100 pages, 240 pages if it's double space. So I do want to get the book published. I'm still tweaking it every now and then to make sure it's perfect. When I can afford an editor, I'll submit it to an editor and they'll go over it. But it's not just, if I could just hire a editor, I'd be done with it. But it's not just an editor. It's an editor, someone who goes over the book, makes sure that the spelling, the content, what they call the past tense, the pretense, and all that stuff is correct. Then there's the creative editor, I think it's called, where they kind of say, this word is better than that word that you used, or maybe this phrase is better than that phrase that you used. So then comes that editor. So it'll be about 3 editors that goes over a book entirely. And then there's a graphic designer. And that's why I say I don't know if that's the cover, because as of now, that's my cover. But a graphic designer might say, you know, this might be a better one. And next thing I know, I have another cover. So that's the stage that I'm at right now. So these videos, essentially, it's just me in the garage practicing my tools, my equipment, what I have that provides. My other video was not edited. I decided just to keep it as raw as possible, not going over it, not correcting it, not, you know, cleaning it up. I just want it to be raw, and it's going to be the same with this video. And I think I'll be doing it this way for a little while, just until I figure out how to do the editing process where it's smooth. I mean, I know how to slice it, but I don't know how to slice it to the point to where it looks decent. So that's what I'm working on right now. And I figured, because I'm in the garage, I allot myself to make errors. I allot myself to be unprofessional, and I allot myself to be just me, not glamorizing myself up. Now, behind me are all the books that I use as a reference when writing my book. We have Mick Brown's Tearing Down the Wall. We have Mark Werbinsky's He's a Rebel. We have Ronnie's book, Be My Baby. And then, of course, I have this book here that I threw in here. Nicole's going to appreciate that one. It's backwards, but I didn't read the book. No offense to her, it's not my material, but it's support. It's my family. She wrote it. She's my sister. I bought it. I guess I just bought it because I like supporting the family. I like doing things to encourage the family. I have old things that my other brothers wrote me, and letters, and I keep every single one of them. I keep whatever my family does, I keep. That's who I am. But so anyways, that's my Spector collection, I should say. Otherwise, these are all the books I've read. You can't make any of them out. These are journals I've written. These are books. You can't make any of that out. Books, whatever. But anyways, that's my background. These are all classic books from the early 1900s. Turn of the century 1900s. They're classics. Not worth anything, but they're just classics. And then my collection of CDs are behind the painting with Bach, Chopin, and Beethoven behind me because I love the classics. Anyways, that's pretty much going to be... I guess that's going to be pretty much it for this video, just to give you guys a heads up of what is going on, and how I felt about the first video. I thought it went well. I changed the lighting a little bit so there's more light on me. I changed the outfit, my hair. You just kind of brushed my hair a little bit. Not that it matters. I cut my own hair, by the way. But I don't know. I'm still working on it, and I guess that is just to catch you up on what's going on. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video, and my next video is probably going to be more about other things going on in my life, or the blogs that I've shared. Anyways, until then, life is what you make it. I think I'll stick with that catchphrase, as it worked for me from a child. As a child, life is what you make it. Don't rely on anyone else to make your life what you want it to be. It's up to you. So anyways, that's me signing out until the next time. Take care. Bye.